Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to be walking you through your Peanuts monologue memorization, day number 2 assignment. This is our second day memorizing and our 5th day overall working on our Peanuts monologue. So I'm going to share my screen with you all so that you can follow along with what I'm doing as I'm doing it. When you open up your assignment, you're going to see that we're still working on Teak 1F, which is identifying the structure and form in examples of dramatic literature. The example in this case is going to be your monologue. And so we're still looking at getting to know our monologue and getting that first basic step of memorizing our monologue down. And so we're going to begin today by filling in your Southwest ISD school email address, which is your ID number at southwestisd.net. You're going to mark your theater class period, which should be 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 7th period. And then you are going to continue with your last name, comma, your first name. We're going to jump right into our warm-up on the form. And so we have our regular daily stretches that we do each and every day. And then we have our 5-minute timer to keep track of how long you are stretching for. And then, of course, you are going to have the areas where you check off the stretches that you did. So please take some time now to practice your stretches and then go ahead and mark the ones that you did. The ones that we usually do for class are going to be these that I'm marking now. It's the first 4 and then the last 2. Those are the ones we usually do in class. And then for facial stretches, it's usually the top 3, potentially the tongue stretch as well. And then you'll pick 2 tongue twisters to say a few times. The new one that we've been doing in class is to say red leather, yellow leather 5 times. And so that one is a little bit more of a challenge than the ones we've been doing. So I encourage you to try that one. And then weather the weather is one that we also like to do in class. So maybe do these 2, maybe toy boat as well, maybe just the ones on this slide, or you can pick the ones on the second one. It's up to you. But take some time to do some tongue twisters now. And then your last thing you're going to do on this first part of the assignment is the review question, which is what does it mean to memorize something? Today we're going to continue with memorization. So what does it mean to memorize something? Tell me in your own words. You can copy down what I wrote and then just finish up the sentence. Click next. And so now what we're going to be doing, now by today, you should have finished separating your monologue into beats. And now we're going to continue on with memorization. Yesterday, most of you should have memorized at least the first 3 lines of your monologue. And now you're going to continue on to the rest. And so remember, memorization means to learn and remember something by heart, meaning you don't have to be looking back on your screen. You don't have to have the paper in front of you to know what to say. It means you just know and are able to repeat the monologue. And so yesterday we started talking about different ways that we memorize something, using letters, or just by listening. And so the first thing you are going to do is, or the first one we did yesterday was letters. Today, we're going to be practicing another memorization strategy using pictures. And so first, before we get into that, we're going to play a quick game. If you click on this YouTube video, it's a memory game puzzle that has to do with remembering pictures. So as we get into the video, we will, let me scroll forward a bit. And so it's going to show you, the video is going to show you different flags from different countries and pictures like this. And your job is to try and remember where certain flags are. It's a fun game. There are 7 rounds in the game. And so what I want you to do is continue watching the video and see where it takes you. Once you are done with the video, you'll go back to your form and you'll tell me up until what round did you make it? Which round was the point where you started making some mistakes or started getting things wrong? And so whichever one, if you made it to all 7 rounds, great. If you didn't, that's okay. I just want to know what it is that you did. How far did you get to go? And so once you're done with the game, then you'll get to your strategy of memorizing monologues. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to use pictures to help you remember. And so what y'all are going to be doing today is you're going to create a chart, either using pencil and paper or using an electronic copy that I will provide for you. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the next couple of lines of your monologue and attaching on the other side a picture that will help you remember that line. So if you look on your screen where I am now, where my cursor is now, this is an example of what your chart will look like. On one side, you will have the lines or the little parts of your monologue. And then on the right side, you will put a picture that reminds you of that line. So I'm using the Lucy monologue. And so I'm going to put just the first couple of lines. Even though I already know them, this is just an example. So my first line is, do you know what I intend? I intend to be a queen. That's the first time she tells the audience who she wants to be. And so to me, the word queen is the most important part of that sentence. And so what I did was I got a crown because to me, that is an object or a symbol that represents the word queen. And so when I look at it, it'll remind me that this first line is about being a queen. The next line, Lucy says, when I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And so for me, the word that stands out there is the word biggest. That's what the line is about how she's going to be the biggest queen, the best queen. And so I found a picture that has a big and small, right? It's a elephant, which represents big, and a mouse, which represents small. And so that's the idea here is for all the lines that you do, you will find a picture to help you remember what that line is. And so now that you're going to go ahead and make your own, you will click the link to open up the copy. And so what you will do when you click the link, it's going to ask you if you want to make a copy. You will say yes. I'm waiting for it to go. Okay, it's going now. It's just going a little slow. And so you'll come up on this document here. And so what you're going to do is you will add your name, just like we've done for our other documents that we've made copies of in the past. I have my example here again for you to look at. And then I have several blank slides that you can use. Remember, you should be doing at least the next 2 to 3 lines. If you want to do more than that, that's why I have given you extra spaces. You do not have to use every single one of these in the spaces today. Like I said, if you memorize maybe just 3 or 4 more lines today, that would be great. And so again, what you're going to do is on the left-hand side, you'll type in the lines, whatever they are. So, and then on the right side is where you'll put in your pictures. And so you'll attach a picture by clicking Insert Image, search the web, and that'll pull up Google Images. And so just like I did for Lucy, just an example that I'm using, I'm going to click and drag whatever crown I want to represent that first line. And then I'm going to make it small so that it fits nicely inside the box. There we go. And so this is where I would type in my line. And so, and there we go. And I would continue in that way for the rest of the lines that I'm trying to memorize. And so before you get too far along on that, remember, we want to make sure we finish up our Google form first. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my document. I'll click my drive. I'll search for Memorizing with Pictures, because that's part of the name of my document. And so I searched for it with my name, and so I'll get it to come up. For you, it should just pop up pretty close to the top automatically. You'll attach it to your form like we have been doing. And then as of today, you'll tell me about how much of your monologue you have memorized. You'll click submit, and then you'll be done with that part of the assignment. So click submit. It might take a little bit. It's going a little slow today, and we're done with that part. And so now, since I've already shared my document, what I can do now is I can go back, finish this part, and then once I'm done, I will once I've typed in my lines and found my pictures, I can just exit out. And then that's it, you're done for today. If you need some help, remember you can always reach out to me on Google Classroom comments, my school email, which is grain@southwestisd.net, Remind 101 text message, or by popping in on our live sessions during the day. That's it for today, everyone. Remember, today is a great day. You are in control of you, and every day is a great day to do your best. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.